Back with us on the conversation, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, MP for West Rural St. Andrew in Jamaica, a first-time legislator, and she says she has every intention of returning to Gordon House after the next general election. The PNP, as a political party, has been re-energized, many would say, by the campaign which culminated in that leadership contest on September 7 between the Peters, Dr. Phillips, and Peter Bunting. Dr. Phillips retained his title. Do you look at the PNP as a more dangerous political opponent, or do you still see them in the way you saw them before September 7, if it is you had an impression then?
Are they really re-energized?
You tell me, I'm asking you.
I think that is a question that we must all ask. I don't see that. I don't see that. I think they're still divided. I'm not feeling that either on the ground. Let me say, I think Jamaicans, especially in my constituency, I can only speak for my constituency, and just other people, you hear them talk. People are seeing a difference in this country. People are seeing the country being run differently. And I think people like what they see. I think if we can do what we need to do, all of the representatives do what we need to do and stay focused, I know that we'll be fine. And I think we are on track, but I don't feel that there's any real, the party, I don't think it has been really energized. That is my feeling.
Some people say,
just talking to people on the ground or just listening to what's happening on the ground. I don't feel that.
Some people say Dr. Phillips has warmed up for the contest against Andrew Holness, who will market himself as a younger, fitter man, by beating a...
Firm, too.
Well, that's for ladies to say. Yeah. So Andrew Holness, Dr. Peter Phillips, warmed up for that contest by beating a young, fit man, Peter Bunting, and that your Prime Minister shouldn't sit easy because this PNP is now solely focused on reclaiming Jamaica House, and that the division has been put to bed by that selection, by that leadership contest, and now Dr. Peter Phillips is aiming for Andrew Holness. Are you in any way concerned that this PNP could do some damage?
I mean, you're not concerned, but you're going to make sure that we get re-elected. I don't think the Prime Minister is sitting there easy thinking, oh, this is a piece of cake. I think all of us, remember now, is entire executive, we all have to work. All of the members of Parliament have to work in their constituency to put the party back in power. And so it's a collective, energy coming together and making this happen.
But here's the thing.
I don't think he's just sitting there.
Here's the thing.
Waiting.
I spoke to several of your party bigwigs, if I may call them that, who before September 7 said to me, they want Dr. Phillips to win because Dr. Phillips is probably an easier target to take down than Bunting would have been. So I said to them, but you don't fear complacency because that mindset that Dr. Phillips is an easy target, but that was Dr. Phillips before the election. Do you think that, not even do you think, is this JLP likely to be complacent to the extent that it falls on its sword come election day, whenever that is?
I don't think so. When I look at the work that's been put in with the members of Parliament, I don't think there's any complacency. There's surely no complacency with Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. And I think when I look at my other colleagues, there's no complacency. We're all working, especially the backbenchers who I talk to. We're all trying to work very hard for our constituents to make sure that we're returned in the next election. As representatives in Parliament. And so I don't believe there's any complacency. Yes, I mean, I think when you look at the policy maybe of what Bunting was trying to come with and how Peter Phillips, even agreeing with the SOE, I think maybe there were some reasons, other reasons why we possibly wanted to see Dr. Phillips win as opposed to Peter Bunting.
Did you want that?
I think I prefer I prefer the gentleman. I really do, for many different reasons. That, you know, just different reasons why I saw him as a better candidate, a better person.
Who you saw?
Dr. Peter Phillips.
Okay.
And so I wanted, not because I saw him as an easy target. No, not at all. Because it's not just him. You have to look at the PMP and their structure. And if the PMP comes out, they are forced to reckon with. Everybody knows that. And so I think we're not sitting there waiting, going, oh, this is going to be an easy win. No, we are working to make sure we do the things that's necessary for the people of Jamaica, to make sure that those policies are in place and things that we promise, that those things happen so that we can be returned to fulfill other promises and the way we want to see Jamaica in the future. We're looking at 2030 vision, the way we want to see Jamaica and the new Jamaica. And so I don't think any of us are sitting there waiting and thinking that it's going to be an easy target.
Do you think that in the time you've been in West Rural St. Andrew, that your impact has been such that come election day, a voter is likely to put the X beside the JLP because of the work that you've done, because of that impact? Or do you think they're going to give you the X because of Andrew?
They're going to do for both. I think when you listen to the people on the ground, they love what they're seeing with the Prime Minister. They love what Andrew Holness is doing. And they also love what their MPs doing, because they've never seen another female come up and do some of the things that I'm doing in the last 3 years. That's not my words. Those are not my words, but the people on the ground, those are their words. And so I think when I look back at my calendar, George, I had a calendar with some of my mission, what I wanted to accomplish. And when I looked back, somebody posted that on social media, and I look back and I go, wow, I actually achieved pretty much everything that I said I wanted to do on that calendar. And I think some of the things I said stuck with people. And so they actually see the things. They actually see things happening. You know, she said she was going to do that, and she did it. So I think it's going to be a combination of what I've done, the work that I'm doing, the things, the way that I want to see West Rural, and also what the Prime Minister is doing.
The reason for asking that question, in case some of the viewers may be wondering, is this. You have many candidates who will be very upset if come election campaign time, the party leader is not walking with them through the constituency, especially on more than one occasion, because they know that, if the party leader comes, that will entice people to come out and vote for me, because effectively people are voting for the party leader. So I'm wondering if it is that because he has 63 constituencies and there are many demands on his time, if you are one of those who will be saying, Lord have mercy, I'm in trouble because Andrew has not walked with me through certain areas, and the people will only give the JLP the X if they see Andrew because I'm falling short. You
know, Andrew Holness, not out of any, the Honourable Andrew Holness or Prime Minister.
I thought you were going to say Bro God, but go ahead.
Bro God. He was very popular before the election. People loved him. He had this thing about him that people were drawn to him. And he only came to my constituency once. And it was at a time, I'm going to say this, I had just found out I was pregnant, and I was scared. I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, I am only about 6 weeks pregnant, and this man is going to come to my constituency now to drive around all day. What is going to happen? And I was very frightened, but very excited that he was going to come into my constituency and do the whole tour. We started about 11 o'clock that morning and ended at 9 o'clock that night. And I remember being very exhausted and went home and cried about it. But I was very happy because the reception that we got in the different places that we stopped, it showed the support there. But no, I know that he'll visit West Rural St. Andrew. I don't need a Prime Minister there 2 or 3 times, as you said. He has other MPs and places to walk. So yes, we had one meeting in West Rural, and he also did a tour in my constituency. I know that will possibly happen again.
What do you know now about this business of representational politics that you didn't know when you were the young woman challenging Paul Buchanan for the right to sit in Parliament?
That the needs were so great.
The needs?
The needs.
So you only found out the needs were so great after you got in?
Yes. Because while you're walking, yes, you see things, but then your phone starts to ring with people that you've never met, that you've never spoken to, and they actually tell you intimate things. Because you can see, you know, like, okay, the infrastructure is bad here, or different things happening here, or this person is not, you know, is really facing a hard time. But when people send you a picture, or they tell you their situation, and you sit in your office and you cry, or you go home and you cry, it takes on a total different. It's a total different thing. And I think that's maybe why I want to stay in it just a little longer, because I want to make that difference. I know that I can make that difference. When persons feel comfortable enough to come to you and open up to you and tell you certain things, and then you can actually assist them, I think I want to stay just a little bit longer so that I can continue that work.
You, prior to February 25, 2016, the last general election, in your substantive career as an athlete, professional, you ran many races, but that race against Paul Buchanan, the first time you were running against a man, competitively, am I correct?
Yes,
There
yes.
you go. You, I'm sure, had many questions about, you know, whether you'd be able to deliver the result that you wanted. You delivered that result. Are you going into the contest whenever it's declared officially with any different mindset to 3 years ago?
I think I still have that winning thing. The same mindset that I had is pretty much maybe a little bit different, but it's the same mindset. Because, or it's stronger now because I have met the people, and I sit and I talk with the people, and I see their struggle. So I think I definitely want to win more because I want to do more. I want to represent these people more. I want to do more. And so I think it's a different mindset going in than 2016. I really do. Because again, as I said, you see things, but until you talk to the people and get more intimate with them, you really don't know what is happening and their needs.
Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, that's our time. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
That's it for the conversation this week. We'll be back next week thanks to my producers and the technical crew. I see you again in a week's time.